In this video, I'm going to talk about one of the most discussed negative topics about the K-pop industry, cultural appropriation, and how some fans, mainly American fans, performatively accuse idols of it. First, we need to understand what cultural appropriation is. Cultural appropriation is when someone takes elements from another culture, like clothes, symbols, music, food, or traditions, and uses them without understanding or respecting the original context, often just for fashion or fun. So, wearing African braids is cultural appropriation. Wearing traditional Indian clothing is cultural appropriation. Wearing kimonos is cultural appropriation. Wearing sneakers, hoodies, and jeans is not cultural appropriation. These are garments created by white people to be worn globally, which is why they're sold worldwide. Do you see where I'm going with this? Yes, cultural appropriation is a problem in the K-pop industry, but not in the way people talk about it on the internet. I decided to create this video to prove that the people who accuse idols of cultural appropriation don't actually care about it. If they cared so much, they would do the same with American artists who appropriate other cultures more than K-pop, and nobody says anything. The case of Illit. During the Magnetic era, the group Illit was accused of appropriating black culture, mainly the aesthetic because their music video had similarities to the music video of a black artist named Lauza. In other words, they were accused of cultural appropriation for using a Nintendo game aesthetic, an aesthetic created by the Japanese, just because a black artist also used it. The funniest part of all this is that the group had permission from Nintendo to use it, and he didn't. But the group was accused of appropriating black culture, something that wasn't created by black people. It doesn't make sense. He should have been accused, but they don't care, and a lot of his work is just replicas of Japanese pop culture aesthetics. Sampling in K-pop. When I'm on TikTok, I see videos of some American K-pop fans showing how K-pop steals from black culture by showing African American songs used as samples. Girl, the entire music industry does the same. African American musicians have been doing it for years with other cultures. The difference is that when K-pop does it, most of the time they have the copyright to do so. But American musicians take from Middle Eastern and South Asian cultures because they know musicians from there don't have the capacity to sue them.
Point out the bounce, I show you how to get this dough in large amounts so it's hard to count.
Yet, they're not accused of cultural appropriation. Breakdancing. I saw a post saying that the K-pop industry is stealing breakdancing from African Americans. Yes, breakdancing was created by them, but a fun fact, breakdancing is a sport competed in worldwide. Nobody is stealing anything. It's the same as saying if you practice karate, you are appropriating Japanese culture. If you are a pianist, you are appropriating Italian culture. K-pop uses all kinds of dances possible: breakdancing, ballet, contemporary dance, etc., just like the entire pop music industry. Hip-hop and R&B. Someone said that K-pop uses hip-hop and R&B. Of course K-pop uses them, like all global pop industries, because they use the same technology to produce music, lol. The same happens with animations, films, comics, etc. African Americans had access to these technologies first before everyone outside the United States. If you produce music with fast beats, it will be called hip-hop. Slow beats, it will be called R&B. This is the first part on this subject, and other parts I'll explain further, so subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the videos.